Well, hi guys. I had a subscriber ask me if I would talk about this, and it's ironic that he brought it up because it was something I was considering talking about in my live stream as well this coming Saturday. And if I forget to write it down, please remind me if you're present for my live stream come Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I was thinking about this just the other day, and I screenshotted some photos from the internet because I saw a video, actually several of them, of some YouTubers that were in my area and did videos of my mall. And the reason why I think this topic is important is because this slow erosion that all of us, if we're paying attention, have seen happening everywhere. And it's by design. And they're doing it slow enough to where nobody really raises a stink about it. Nobody really talks about it. They just chalk it up as change. Things are changing. Well, it's changing, all right, but not for the better. This whole metaverse thing is scary, and it's right up there with a lot of other things that are changing. And to give you an example, when I went to the store yesterday to go get some milk and bread, it's only 15 miles up the road from me. It's the equal distance to this grocery store as it is to Walmart. I live right in the center. Same distance going in either direction, and I'd much rather go to the small grocery store in the small town north of me than go to Walmart and give them any business. And as soon as I walked in, there was a bunch of guys in there working construction going on, and they had part of the floor ripped up, and they had part of it where you go into the right in the main entrance of the store. They had it all cordoned off and had it so nobody could get injured in there. And they basically wiped out all but three checkout lanes, and they were putting in automatic self-pay lanes. And so when I went in to get what I needed to get and was ready to check out, I went through one of the lanes that were open. And one of the girls that has worked there for as long as I can remember, that has always run a register, was now down at the end as a bagger for the other woman that was running the register, because now she doesn't have a register to run. So now she's down at the end of the belt bagging groceries. And so I asked her, I says, is this all going to automated pay, self pay? And she says, no, not for a while anyway. She says, we're going to have these couple here open. And she says, but I don't know. So these people were actually seeing their jobs being eliminated. Because if these women aren't running the registers, I'm sure they got uh, young boys to stock the shelves, just like you got the butcher that works in the back. These people's jobs are eventually going to go away. Everything is becoming automated and no human interaction. That is what it is about. And that's why I'm going to talk about that during live stream. It's not going to be the main topic. There's going to be open topics as you guys suggest. But it is worth mentioning and bringing up because this has been going on for years, you guys, for decades. And I know when I watch those videos of my local mall and I look at the photos of before and after and throughout the years, what's happened to our mall. Our mall opened up in April of 1971. I was born in February of 1971. That mall is as old as I am. And back in the heyday of that mall, it was the place to be. Let me tell you what, it was the place to be. Everybody wanted to go there. It was one of my favorite places to go. There was so much to do at the mall, so much to look at, so many places to shop at. Big arcade room, had the big fountain in the middle of the mall. There was always tons of people there. You always ran into people you knew, ran into friends. Just a great place, great memories. There's a movie theater in the mall. There was the music stores. There was so much fun to be had there. And now the only thing that you'd probably see stirring in there would be a mouse. It is dead. And I know what would bring them all back. And there's no point in mentioning it because it would never happen. And even if investors were interested to hear my idea, something would probably put a kibosh on it because it's the whole point and why they destroyed what they destroyed to begin with is because what people don't realize is that this metaverse has been a plan for a long time. You see, with technology, you guys, I firmly believe, and it might have been by pure accident. I don't know. But when I look at, and this is just my opinion and what it tells me, this is what it tells me looking from the outside in now, knowing what I know now, and reflecting back and looking at the videos on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and look at videos of packed arcade rooms during the 80s. And there was both kids and adults in there. Now, either that was the beginning of this grand design, the very fetal stages of it, or it was a pure accident and that they actually learned something off of this and a light bulb went off. It's one or the other. Because when you look at those videos and how much those people were intrigued by those games and machines and how addiction grew out of that. And part of the reason why you've got the gaming addiction you got today, as well as the addiction to electronics, that's what it comes down to. It showed those who have created what is out today that through technology, you can control people. You can create an addiction. You can get the masses' attention through technology. They were drawn to it like a moth to a flame. So when I look at those old arcade video games, videos back in those days, I actually see where it all started and how people really flocked there, wherever they were. It all led up to, well, if this is the beginning and this is how people are reacting and behaving with this sort of reality, we can take it so much further. We can do so much more to where eventually one day we can control everybody, including their thoughts. And that's where it all began. Because then someone saw, well, I can capitalize on this if I can bring the arcade system instead of going to the mall. We'll build the Atari system to where now it can be in your home. You no longer have to go to the mall. And that's what started it. This was the birth of it. And yes, it did start through games, but they're still playing the game to this day, only they're playing it on us instead of us playing the game. They're playing the game on us and seeing where they can take it. Because once the arcade was brought into the home through the Atari system, and then later you had all the other in-home systems that came out after that, like Nintendo, and then there was the PlayStation, and I forget all the different ones there were, and I might be missing some. There was lots, and then that did away with the arcade because now the kids could just stay home, play it on their television set, and you didn't have to feed it tokens. You know, you could just play the game as long as you wanted to, endlessly. And so that is what really showed that by making things available in the home eliminates the need to go outside of the home to go somewhere to get that same kind of rush, that same kind of experience, that same kind of feeling. And they did it with the telephone. If you didn't have a phone at home, you'd have to use a pay phone. But now you don't need a home phone or a pay phone because now the phone can go in your pocket and you can take it anywhere and you can talk on it while you're driving. Because a lot of people do. They made it to where everything is at your disposal. So you no longer have to go out and physically use these things and be around other people. And now they're eliminating the people to where they want you to be home. And I've said this for so long, so many times, and the day is coming to where you'll no longer have any reason or desire. Believe it or not, there will be people that actually have the desire. It's already happening to not even leave their home. You don't have to. Your groceries will come to your door. Everything you order online will come to your door, just like your mail comes to your door. Everything. Everything. You don't even have to go out and buy tires for your vehicle anymore at a tire place like Firestone or Sears back in the day. Now you can go online and buy your tires and your rims and have them delivered UPS right to your front porch. You go out to the store, which is going to be the next thing to go. They're getting rid of all the employees and the store is going to be all automated. And then the store itself will go away because the groceries are coming right to your front door. There's no need to go anywhere and do anything. And this metaverse is taking it even further. So while you're in your house, listen to what I'm saying. While you're in your house, you can then leave your house mentally without physically actually leaving your house because you put on the VR headset and you could be anywhere in the world you want to go. You can be around anybody you want to be around. It won't be the real person. It'll be an alternative to that person. It'll be an avatar, a stupid little cartoon character, some gay looking little representation. But to the person that is using these devices, that's fine with them. That's fine because you see, you go from a reality into a fantasy world, and now you think that you're stimulating that part of your mind of interaction, but it's not real God-given interaction. It's man-made interaction. But it's an alternative, and people will accept the alternative because the reality won't be available anymore. They're already eliminating the reality. We are living in the process of it right now. Do people see what's happening with semi trucks, automated, driving themselves, trains driving themselves, grocery stores to where you check out your own stuff. You don't need to say hello to someone and how are you doing today? No more conversation. The streets continue to get more and more empty. Companies are going out of business because no one shops local anymore. Why? Because you can have everything and anything delivered to your door. It's all being erased. Man is replacing everything with advanced technology to where you will long for nothing and you will have nothing and be happy. You won't even have physical money. You won't own anything anymore. Everything will be taken care of and funded by the government, your own government. And if you think that's not going to take place, make sure that you have a healthy lifestyle so you can live long enough to see what I'm telling you is true. That's where it's going. That's where everything is going. And this progress, you guys, never stops. It's like a river that flows and continues to flow 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It never stops. Neither does progress. And this progress has nothing to do with progress for the better of humanity. It's progress so it can get them where they want things to be. So when you see the regular checkout lanes being removed and the belts and all that being removed, as well as the employee that worked that station gone, eliminated, do you think that's going to be the end of it? That's where it ends, right? No, that's not where it ends. It'll probably go to where you'll just go into a station. There'll be several stations for multiple people, and it'll only be able to hold so many people at a time. And you'll basically feed your grocery list in, and it will read it. And then every item that was on that list will come out of this chute. And then you put in your card, you pay for it, and there's your groceries, and you leave. You won't even have to walk the aisles and look for the items. You won't have to pick anything off a shelf anymore. Think about it. Everything's being replaced. But this metaverse is the scariest yet of it all. Because your life, your future And everything that you do in your life will take place in a virtual reality world while your body sits idle in one place like a rotting tree stump. And you'll live in your mind. So even though they're forcing us all to just give us reasons to stay home, you don't need to go anywhere because everything is so convenient and everything can just come to your house. You really don't have to go anywhere and do anything anymore. You pay your bills electronically, order things electronically, have it delivered to your house. You don't have to physically drive or go anywhere. And then when you're home, you won't even be home anymore because your brain will be somewhere out there in the metaverse living a virtual lifestyle while your life slips by with no life at all. That's where it's going. How pathetic and sad is that? They don't want you talking to somebody over the phone. And God forbid if you get together with them in person, they don't want that. They don't want that. Matter of fact, I'll bet you my life that the day is coming to where it'll be illegal to have any physical contact with another human being. It'll be against the law. It'll be frowned upon. You may laugh and think, well, that's absurd. There's no way in hell it would come, get that bad. Yeah, it's gonna. Everyone's going to be a prisoner in their own home because they're eliminating everything that has anything to do with you interacting with another human being. Think about that. Really, really think about it. They separate us through what, making us aware what, all in the name of getting us used to being separated. See, it's in baby steps. Get used to being separated. Get used to sitting down in every other chair instead of right next to someone in a chair. Get used to doing all these things different, and it'll just keep going because they're conditioning you mentally. Why, at the same time, why they're out there like these workers ripping out what we once knew and replacing it with that which is going to help it become a reality faster. So while they're conditioning you, they're already out there making the changes everywhere, everywhere. Same thing with the tolls, automated pay, no toll worker anymore to pull up and say, how are you doing? How's it going today? Oh, not bad. No conversation, no interaction. No, now you just go through and it's just boop, it reads your plate and they can bill you. You don't even have a toll booth anymore. Everything is about separating and making it to where nothing is human anymore. Nothing has the human side of anything anymore. Even the telemarketers that call me now, it's AI. It says it right on the phone. As soon as I answer the phone, it says, this is an AI robot. It admits it right off the bat. Got robots calling me. So even the telemarketers now are gone. But still getting the same annoying phone call, only it's a machine doing it. The day is coming to where you will have no interaction with another human being. That is coming. That is absolutely coming. And everything is going to be a fantasy and fake reality by putting on a VR, and that's going to be your escape. And that's where you're going to live, is in that VR virtual world in your mind, and everything's going to be done mentally. Nothing will be done physically anymore. They're taking the physical aspect and the human aspect, conversation, all of it. They're doing away with all of it. They will make sex illegal, hugging illegal, kissing illegal, being together illegal, anybody seen out in public outside illegal. It'll all be illegal. You mark my words. That's exactly where it's leading up to. And it all started with seeing how people reacted to the machines when they became available to us. And that's why they're putting them in all the schools. The old first Apple computers, the old dark screen with the green letters, it all started with that and with arcades and all of it. Once technology came, it was like a social human experiment to see how people would quickly adopt it, get addicted to it, and want more. And boy, did they want more. And even with what comes out today, they still want something newer, greater, faster, better, slimmer. The list goes on and on. Falling for it, lock, stock, and barrel. I will never bend to those ways. You take the physical aspect of being human out of this life, and I no longer want this life. They can shove it where the sun don't shine. That's where it's going, people. Look into the metaverse. That's why I got rid of Facebook. They can go screw themselves. I want nothing to do with it. And I haven't been back since I canceled it out. It's been almost a month now. It will automatically terminate after 30 days. And all that information that was on there is gone. And I really don't care. I don't care. I won't ever have Facebook again. I don't want any of these sites, dating or otherwise. They can shove them all because it's all fake, garbage, nonsense, full of more fake crap. I want nothing to do with it. And unfortunately, I'm living in a world where this is as real as it gets for me as a creator. And then one day, YouTube will replace all of us with an avatar that looks like us, but it won't really be us. And it may even change the voice. And then no one will see any of us ever again because we won't be able to appear for you guys. That's where it's going. Get ready. Thank God I'm the age I am. Thank God. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.